Ichi Nissan da one more time.
Ichi Nissan da.
For AEW News.
Yeah.
A triple cup of AEW News. A double cup. So Death Before Dishonor got less views than an old random episode of BTE as a free pay-per-view. I mean, yeah, it's not fair to compare it. Like, I mean, it's Ring of Honor. That's how many people I expect would watch Ring of... If it got 250,000 views, I'd be like, damn, for Ring of Honor, you know, just being honest. So here's Swerve Strickland talking about his 5-star matches. So again, we discussed this with Husey. This is Dave's influence over the culture, if you will, of pro wrestling.
I didn't really have a 5-star match till I got to All Elite Wrestling. So that's just 3 years. I've really been getting that kind of recognition. I've heard like I'm the one black wrestler with the most in history. So it's something that I pride myself in, just putting on something that's like a classic. I wouldn't necessarily put stars next to it.
Good call. Good call.
I do like, I just appreciate putting on something that people are just going to remember for a very, very long time. And if the stars come with that, that's awesome. But I just want to make sure, like, when I leave the ring and put on a great performance and a great match.
And shout out Complex, but they're asking him about 5-star matches. This is what I mean. When people Google wrestling and Complex, you're supposed to be what's hip and in. The hip and in cool thing isn't to ask about Old Man Meltzer stars. This is the problem. This is the problem. I have to flood the internet with more content than Dave Meltzer ever could in order to counteract that's out there. So MJF responds to Logan Paul buckshot lariating John Cena, and MJF goes way better than the Crooked Cowboys. Now, do you think this really gets some heat backstage? That's what I don't know. Husey maintains yes. And I've talked to him about it a lot. And he maintains like MJF's got heat, brother. So who knows if it's that Latino heat. Conan! Or if it's just like, you know, rumors and innuendo. Oh, come on now, Eric. And so Swerve was asked about moments of his becoming memes, which, like, where's the Swerve meme? Have you ever seen a Swerve meme? I don't even think I've seen one. And I'm not trying to be facetious here. I'm being for real. Like, he says, whatever gets my face out there more. And if y'all can entertain this, as long as it's not offensive, I'm cool. I appreciate a lot of them. Like I said, as long as it's fun, it's not like derogatory, hurting anybody or being offensive. Have your fun, have your way with it. It's the internet. This is what we're here for. Just don't hurt nobody's feelings, especially mine. Didn't you invade a baby's crib or something in a TV show? Offended a lot of people, dude. Final count for AEW Forbidden Door, according to Ticket Map updates. Now, I've seen the sickos. It's always conspiracy theories with these guys.
Stupid idiot.
And they're like, AEW Ticket Maps is clearly a foreign asset. No, but that's essentially what they're saying. Like, he's clearly like a WWE shill account or something. It's like, no, dude, you guys don't see this guy grovelingly tagging Tony Khan and Dave Meltzer and trying to like pitch them his ideas and get in with them. But he said a final count was 17,710. And then Heel Usie's like, not 18,982. I mean, they could have easily padded 2K and just said that. I don't care about that. WWE can inflate them. AEW can inflate them, whatever. I just wish like Meltzer and them would keep the same energy. So it deserves to be pointed out, you know. Forbidden Door, the final countdown. B. Priestley recalls signing with AEW, mentions that Piper Niven had been offered a contract. She says, basically, I had a match with Brandy and Cody loved it. Brandy was really happy. Piper, the same thing, had a match with Brandy and they were really happy. They basically offer me, Kip, and Piper a contract. Piper had already signed with NXT UK. She couldn't do it. But Kip was like, yes, I want to move to America. I was like, I still want to do Japan. AEW hadn't started at that point, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't want to jump, no pun intended, all in to something where I'm not technically sure what I'm getting into. So she was smart, man. She's like, I don't even know what AEW is. They were like, do you want a part-time deal? You can still work full-time Stardom. I was like, perfect. See, that's cool, man. And she was there for a little bit, part-time deal. Who was in the match with Britt Baker where they jumped to the opposite corner by accident and tagged the wrong Japanese lady? Do you guys remember that? That was wild, man. So AEW's breaking tradition for Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite episode. So let's see what the breaking of the tradition is. Breaking the habit. What is the... No, I'm not disabling my fucking ad blocker, asshole. And then the article's cut off and shit. Yeah, this website is a fucking fraud. It has all these ads that like freezes your shit up when you go to open it. And it's bullshit, Dave. Like, get the fuck out of here. I had it saved on my phone and I didn't post it. But there's another like begging, please sign up for F4W sale again. Like, please fucking... if you sign... The deal is literally this too. Where's my phone? I should read it. It's like if you sign up for 24 months for the first 3 months back, every month after that is $14.99 or some shit. It's something fucking ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, the new El Clone character who debuted on AEW Collision is Aries. Any fans? Speaking of Lucha Libre, so this is a real video. I don't know when this is from, but Roosh came out at CMLL to Chris Benoit's theme while carrying a baby.
Para no respetar jerarquías. Y ahora ya tiene entre ojos a un extranjero. Recuerde a este gladiador.
What the fuck, man? Going full sicko mode, dude.
No se le aplaude. Jamás se le quiere. Simplemente a él se le odia.
That's pretty hard body. I mean, I like Roosh. That is savagery right there. So according to Fightful, they say that WWE wanted Aries as a part of AAA. Aries picked AEW. And so this guy's like, y'all and Dave say this every time AEW signs someone. I mean, it could be true. Like, WWE was eyeing up fucking... And I have to have Fightful block because they have me blocked. So I don't need them creeping my shit when I can't even see the news. And I can't bookmark their shit. So I have to bookmark comments to their shit. So right on. Wrestle purists and everyone just steals it anyways. So in 1945, well, let's just listen. Here's Samoa Joe, the most over guy in AEW, in my opinion.
Hello, my name is Samoa Joe. In these divisive times, I think it's now more important than ever that we still retain the ability to see the good in one another. Today, I have the honor of telling you the story of a man who is not only a pioneer, but a trailblazer in professional sports. Please, check this out.
So, like, now that it gets all cinematic, I don't want to get...
How did a Polynesian island of under 300,000 people transform professional sports? Until 1945, players from visible minorities were effectively banned from playing professional football. But that very same year, a Samoan broke the color barrier in the NFL. With a culture of dedication, perseverance, family, and respect, pro teams turned to Samoa for talent, giving the small island a chance to showcase its skills and culture on a global stage. Ao lolotai.
Dude, Palamalu? That guy was a fucking beast.
Samoan pro football player, trailblazer, hero. Today, over 53% of players in the NFL come from visible minorities. There has never been a more important time to see what unites us. See the good.
Dude, Samoa Joe rules. What the fuck? So AEW recently filed to trademark the Swirl. So these guys are the Swirl right there, in case you didn't know. And then AEW star Wheeler Yuta filed to trademark his in-ring name, Wheeler Yuta, so that, I don't know, he can go to the E. Speedball Mike Bailey speaks the truth when he says right now is the best time in history to be a pro wrestling fan.
The Steiners?
Well, now is the best time in history to be a pro wrestling fan. I mean, pro wrestling... This is my controversial thing, but pro wrestling now is better than pro wrestling's ever been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? In terms of just how the sport has grown, and what's really making it happen is promotions working together, and the fact that there's like a global network of wrestling promotions cooperating. And I mean, like if you look at, for example, the relationship between AEW and New Japan and CMLL that's going right now, not only is it good for pro wrestling, but it's culturally.
And they don't talk about Maple Leaf Pro. Like, that is an AEW. I'm fucking telling you, they got Canada unlocked too. That is an AEW, like that's their TNA essentially, or whatever you want to call it. Like it's like their ECW. They can poach whatever gets over there, and then they'll borrow their talent and shit.
Great. It's a great way to explore different cultures and see the rest of the world through professional wrestling, and that's really something. Like when you talk about wrestling historically being not but weirdly racist, right? In that
When I say MLW, I meant MLP, Maple Leaf Pro is what I'm talking about.
The people from outside America are the bad guys, and the American guys are the good guys, right?
That's crazy.
That's not how it is at all anymore. Now, cultures are celebrated all across pro wrestling, and I think that's a huge reason to want your kids to get into professional wrestling.
I mean, I get that part, but yeah, I mean, just back in the day, there wasn't the fucking internet, so it was imposing seeing the Ugandan giant with like the paint on them, and it was like it gets heat and shit. You had to drum up interest. Now you can like tweet shit out. You can be like, I have a big dick, bro, like Matt Riddle. You can be like, my dick's huge and I'm gonna go fight people. Fuck you guys. I'm out, dude. Peace. Right? Now, like back in the day, you couldn't do that. So Awful Wrestling posted this. You know things are terrible when waterheads have to construct fake press releases with notepad, but WBD hasn't said a fucking thing about AEW since last year. Pitiful. So did Drain Bamager make this up? I have no fucking clue. And so AEW programming has reached more than 11 million fans so far this year across TBS and TNT, with AEW Dynamite on TBS ranking as Wednesday's #1 cable entertainment. Like, where did this come from? This didn't come July 2024. Yeah, I just don't know. So this is like a lie because nobody, like Awful, looked it up, and you know he would know if they said anything. And this is the last time they said anything was in like May 2024. Yeah, I really don't fucking know. If they made that up, it's a conspiracy. Now Awful's conspiracy theorizing. So Tony Khan, we have another Tony Khan live, ladies and gentlemen. Here, before we get into this, I'll check in with chat here. Rabid Wolverines LC Killer 17 has been a member for 13 months.
Oh my God, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you become a member. Make sure you support the channel any which way you can. And yeah, every Monday I do a member show, so make sure you guys tune into that. What is chat saying? Fuck his lifestyle. Never mind, I couldn't find my glasses. How long is he going to clean his fingers? You deleted my comment because I disagree with Mike and his lifestyle. I don't delete comments, sir. I disagree. I've been a fan since 1988, and one thing I can say for sure is Mike Bailey is... Okay, you are angry at Mike Bailey. No. Okay, WWE don't want wheels, useless. Yeah, okay. Doom scrolled far back enough. Okay, guys, we have a fucking Tony Khan live. I'm so excited. I saw this while I was on the air with fucking... As soon as Husey dipped out, I saw this, and he's with Taz. So these have been classic fucking bits. Let's take a look inside the mind of Tony Khan.
And we are live.
This guy and action. It's really, I got a single cup. I'm going to get 2 more, but throughout the evening. You'll notice throughout the evening, I'll have 2 more cups, possibly 4.
Now.
Hey everybody, it's great to be here. We've got a great AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite coming up. I'm here in Philadelphia in a trailer outside the 2300 Arena, and I'm here with a true legend of this great venue, a true legend of this city, AEW Dynamite host, Taz.
Well, Tony, first off, I am very honored.
AEW Dynamite host. He's like, I'm the fucking commentary, dude.
That we're doing this before Dynamite.
I guess maybe that's a host.
You know, I'm very honored and was blindsided in a nice way this past Wednesday, and my family was there, and the locker room came out. It was an amazing moment. And I, as you know, I didn't want this on Dynamite. I believe let's get to the matches. Let's get to our current AEW roster, you know, and I'm just honored. I appreciate it.
I'm going to honor your wish. I really wanted to put this whole thing on Dynamite tonight.
You did.
Taz has asked me, let's just have a nice, quiet ceremony before the show starts, and that's what you want. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to respect your wishes. You're the man of the hour, and we've had an eventful day. It keeps happening to us, these production meetings.
People are barging in here. We need to get some more security.
I'll get John Moxley on the case. Last time he fought Mike Bailey. It was a great match.
Meetings.
Well, that being said, at least it was friendlier faces this time.
That's true.
A few weeks ago, we were in a production meeting. John Moxley busted in mid-meeting, said he wanted to fight on Dynamite.
He did.
And Speedball Bailey stepped up. They had a great, great match. It did very well for us. It was a great match. And tonight, we had the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Brodito, bust in. Friendlier faces.
Definitely friendly, but Brody's very large. He's just a little bit intimidating.
Very large and intimidating man.
Yes.
They're the new World Tag Team Champions, and they made it clear they want to be fighting champions.
Yes.
They want to defend the titles every chance they get. Any chance they can go out and defend the World Tag Team Championships, Brodito want to defend the championships. But that being said, I had to give them a tough opponent. And that being said, I can't imagine a tougher opponent than the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, former World Trios champions. And I think that's going to be a great.
Taz was just like, yeah, dude. He's like, man, I used to be in the locker room with fucking, some of the fucking greats in the business. And like, I don't expect Taz to German suplex him through fucking, I don't expect him to go off and be like, fuck this. And it's just his job and shit. But I just have no idea how he listens to this nonsense. And it's like, this goes for 8 minutes. He's like, short and sweet, Tony. Short and sweet.
Match. Claudio and Yuta have held the World Trios Championships. The Death Riders have held the World title with John Moxley. The only World Championship they have not held yet is the World Tag Team Championship between these guys. I think that's a great match tonight, and I'm very excited. And actually now I'm glad Brody and Bandito came in here and demanded the match. And also with you not wanting to put your ceremony on TV tonight, it bought us some time to put a great match on.
Very unselfish man, Tony Khan. You know that. Yeah, no. Look, this is going to be a great Dynamite, as every Dynamite is. And no matter if it's in Philadelphia, Chicago, Florida, no matter where we go, all over the world, everywhere in the country, we're going to kick ass, and this show tonight will be awesome.
We're only minutes away. We're minutes away from getting started.
We really are.
We're minutes away from going live. It's
I wish you would offer me some coffee. But
you want a cup of coffee?
Don't worry about it.
When we go off live, I'm going to make you a coffee. It's my pleasure.
I got an espresso machine. It's awesome. You want to see? It's Keurig. It's the fucking best. Top of the line, dude. What's better than Keurig? I don't know. The
least I could do for you is make you a cup of your own.
I have a Starbucks built into my office. It's like a pop-up everywhere we go. I love the little egg bite things with the bacon in them. It's great.
Thank you very much.
I'm excited to go out there. I wish we could do it on Dynamite, but you don't want that.
No, I don't. I know because we got a lot going on in the show, and it's not about me. This is not me being a martyr. Anybody who really knows me knows how I am. This is not about me. Really. This is an awesome tribute, which I'm so proud and honored, and I appreciate after all these years, you who.
After all these years, I guess 6 years, yeah, I mean, that's a chunk of time, but the fuck? He's talking like it's Dixie Carter over here.
We're not part of that company. You were a fan of it, but for you.
That company, WWE. Oh, so he's trying to say, for all these years, you weren't a fan of this. Or is he talking about ECW? This is the fucking problem. Tony's a mark of all these companies, bro. He was writing Meltzer reports about WWF shows.
As an ambassador of the business, you're giving me this, and I appreciate that. And the least I could do is not take time away from our current.
And this is what's crazy. You have to be like, we're ready, and 3, 2, 1, action. And then Tony's like, okay, Red. Okay. Hi, I'm here with Taz. And it's like, so are you guys working or not? Is this a work or not, Taz? In order to get Taz to be nice to him and put him over, it's got to be like a work situation.
I don't want to do that. I don't. That's just not, I'm not about that.
Well, you are a big part of AEW. You're a big part of the team here. So I would love to do this on Dynamite, but I understand what you want. You want us to have wrestling matches. And thankfully, those guys did come in here and look for a fight. So that worked out well for us. It's going to be a great match for the World Tag Team title. Former World Trios champions, the Death Riders, taking on the World Tag Team champions, Brodito, tonight. We also have so much huge action. We have a huge TBS title fight,
and Riddle has a huge dick. I don't know if you do that.
Personal situation between Alex Windsor and the champion, Mercedes Moné.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be a battle. I mean, that's a, well, you got to say the name right. Windsor. Did I do it right?
You did very well. That's
Windsor.
Very good, Taz. Very good, Taz. And speaking of big fights and great champions, we've got some of the top.
There's actually nothing even in this cup. I'm pantomiming. I'm rehearsing for when I get back on screen. It's great.
Top champions in pro wrestling lining up on opposite sides tonight. And it's going to be very special when the TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher, teams with Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks
Interesting team right there.
Very interesting. All-star 8-man tag tonight against Jet Speed, Kenny Omega, and the AEW World Champion Hangman Page tonight, minutes from now.
It's not often you get to see the world champion compete on free TV.
Fucking every week you get that in AEW.
We do that here, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's really cool. And to get the world
There's a reason you don't see that.
champion Hangman Page back teaming with Kenny Omega, that's pretty special.
Former world tag team champions, right? I mean, and so it's like, and seeing those two guys and the chemistry they had, I remember calling some of those matches when they were a cohesive unit, a team, just phenomenal team for sure. So yeah, that sounds like an awesome matchup.
Yep. It's going to be really great. Actually, was your first night in AEW at the 3rd episode of Dynamite in Philadelphia? Was that your first night here?
See all the stuff I remember? Remember how I remember your first time, Taz? Please like me.
Yeah, I did the AEW Dark.
That's right.
Excalibur and I think it was just me and Excalibur. Yeah, and that's right. It was Philly. Obviously not here to 2300.
How the camera goes to Tony. That's right. Yes. It's true.
The gimmick building we're at.
No, it was a nice building. It
was fucking amazing. It was great.
Temple University.
Yeah, it's gimmick in a nice way. It's a beautiful building.
It's a beautiful building.
Lacrosse Center.
That's very nice. It was a beautiful, beautiful venue, and that was the first.
I love the building.
It was a great building. The first ever.
It was great.
Kenny and Hangman tag team match.
You didn't like the building?
I love the building. And that being said, I absolutely.
You'd rather be here than that building, right?
I think they're both great spots. I mean, I think they're both. You win either way. And
isn't it awesome how we're like riffing off each other like two old pals?
That being said, the first ever Kenny and Hangman tag team match was actually in Philadelphia.
Do you love the building or do you like the building?
I love this building.
Do you love? No, but it's the inflection tone. I mean, we just talked about this. Do you love it or do you like it?
I love them both. I love them both. We were just talking before we went live here. We were talking about
it, planning everything. And that's why Taz is laughing. Because why would we be talking about stuff that we're not talking about in front of the camera if this is supposed to be real?
Enunciating.
You're going to tell them.
We're talking about Seinfeld. Yes, Taz and I were having a conversation.
I love George Costanza. He's awesome. You ever see the one where the shadow makes Jerry's girlfriend look like a dog? Woof. That one's great.
The difference between why would Jerry bring anything or why would Jerry bring anything?
Yes. So those Seinfeld moments. This is what happens.
He's a troublemaker.
The one where the toothbrush goes in the toilet? That would never happen. I have a bidet, and it's like 12 feet away from my sink, but you get it. It's relatable, right? We all can relate.
That's Taz the troublemaker. Thank you very much for...
I have a painting of Jerry Seinfeld at the foot of my bed.
For joining us tonight for Wednesday Night Dynamite. We're going to have a great lineup. There's a lot going on. And before we start, for the live fans here, we're going to honor Taz in the arena. I'm also going to honor Taz's wishes by not putting it on the show, despite my better judgment. That's what you want. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Well, that banner will be up in the rafters when the show goes live minutes from now, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, tonight. TBS and HBO Max. You can catch the show minutes from now, Wednesday Night Dynamite.
So do y'all think Taz really didn't want it to be aired on TV? Or Tony's like, fuck, I gotta book all these people, man. Like, what do you think?
It's going to be a great night of AEW here in the hallowed halls of the 2300 Arena. Taz goes up in the rafters tonight and so much more. Thank you for joining us for AEW tonight, and thank you for doing this with me, Taz.
Of course. Anytime you want, TK, you know that. I mean, I'm a maestro on the mic. You're a maestro on the mic. We're both maestros. We're maestros. Remember the maestro episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what a maestro is. That's like when is that like when I turned all of those broomsticks in my basement? They multiplied and they started dancing and carrying water buckets? No, that's a magician. I don't even know what the.
Of course, the maestro's
not even a magician. It's like a wizard or a Fantasia.
Seinfeld
Gotta make a Fantasia joke, okay? Time Cop.
It's great. The maestro's Bob Cobb. Bob Cobb is the maestro. Very good stuff, and that's why I love working with this great man. And I have to say, I would love to put your ceremony on the show tonight, but I understand that's what you want.
And I'm giving you $100,000 to make this video with me. I mean, and I'm just gonna pay you a bit because I fucked up and I overbooked and we don't have time to put your. We actually can't keep that up there. We have to take the banner down before we go, and we have to get a high schooler to do it, and it's all just fucked up. Everyone's striking, and we actually have nobody to hang it, and so we're not gonna televise it. That's the truth, but I'm just gonna get you to come on camera and say you didn't want it. You take the blame, because I don't take the blame for everything. It's great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate Taz's wishes. We're going to have a great Wednesday Night Dynamite tonight, and let's do it one more time, my friend.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you very much. Let's
enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Man, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that was fucking awesome, dude. I love those fucking lives he does. That, ladies and gentlemen, was AEW News 2.
Yeah.